Hey everyone, Danan here. I am just doing a quick video because I've had so many questions, and right now I've got Caitlin at the shop, so I ran home to do a couple of things, and I just want to update you on some stuff and answer some questions I've been getting. So before I head back over to the shop. So first and foremost, I'm an herbalist. I am not a healthcare provider. I'm not a doctor. I'm not giving medical advice. Please seek medical help if you feel that you have been exposed to coronavirus and you're getting sick. And do your own research. And don't panic. Everything is going to be fine. Take a deep breath and let's talk about let's just talk about real things that we can do to up our immune system naturally. And I'm going to tell you right now, the things that I'm going to talk about with you certainly would be great to take any time to have a great immune system and to feel your best, which would be a wonderful thing. So first of all, I got a question about CoQ10 because someone was listening to a radio host saying CoQ10 would be a good thing for coronavirus. I haven't seen that yet. And I've done a lot of research through the National Institutes of Health and Green Med Info, where they have a database of actual studies. I haven't seen that yet. I will look into that more. If you would like me to, you're welcome to ask questions here right now if you're watching live, or you can comment questions and I'll do that on the next video, perhaps. So I'll get some more info on the CoQ10. Now, CoQ10, here's something really interesting about CoQ10. And I'm assuming if you're over 25, you're going to want to take CoQ10, right? Well, if you're over 25, your body doesn't oxidize CoQ10 itself. And so older people like us need to take ubiquinol, which is an oxidized version of CoQ10. So if you're looking for that supplement just in general for heart health, find it that it's already been oxidized for your body, and that is called ubiquinol. Okay. Now I'm going to show you some supplements, and I am not, even though these are supplements I have in my shop, I'm going to urge that you do your research on getting your own supplements if need be. And, if you have questions about these certain companies, I'd be happy to answer those questions. But just so you know, if you have seen the series that I've been doing thus far, coronavirus, natural options from an herbalist, I've done 7 of those so far. You're going to see some of just a few of these from that series, and you can go back and find information about each one of these in that series I did. So, and I guess, by the way, please, subscribe while you're here hanging out with me. Okay. Elderberry. Now, I have liked gummies in the past. I like syrup a lot. This is my particular favorite right now because it's handmade in Tennessee by Harb and Hollow, and I trust this company, and they're using organic ingredients, and it tastes great, and it's just a really good elderberry syrup. But elderberry, one thing. So another thing that I think is really has been interesting, and a lot of other people have talked about how effective it is vitamin D3. You might have seen even Dr. Oz talking about vitamin D3 and how effective it is, and how great it is to have in your system against respiratory diseases and respiratory illnesses. Also, this is a time of year when it's not quite spring, and you might have seasonal affective disorder, which is you're just kind of gloomy a little bit because you don't have a lot of vitamin D in your system, and this is a great way to get it. I like this company, but do your own research. From the same company, olive leaf extract and oregano oil for immune wellness. And another reason why I like this is antiviral effects. of both olive leaf and oregano have been studied, and this is a really good go-to. This one is probably the most controversial of the ones I just pulled out from my house. These are my own supplements, by the way. The one I just pulled out from here is this colloidal silver. And this, I can't really, I'm not making any health claims about any of these, especially not colloidal silver. And I just leave it to you to do your own research with this. There's plenty of people who say it works. And like I said, this is my supplement stash here. So yes, I do use colloidal silver. So if you want any details on those, I would suggest that you go back and look at the series that I did, the coronavirus series that I did. So, and that goes way, way more in depth. Okay. So another thing I just want to touch on is the no panicking thing. It's hard to know, and this is what's so great about what we're learning about is who can we trust? How do we know what the truth is? And I think that a lot of people are so distrustful of the media, obviously, and certain sources on the internet and who is a reliable source, that it's been really confusing for some people. And some people have just thrown their hands up and said, you know what, I'm not going to worry about it. I can't worry about this. It's too much trouble to try to figure out what's true and what isn't true. Now, there's a lot of people saying the sky is falling right now, right this second. The WHO just came out and said this is a pandemic. And lots of people are like, millions of people could get sick. The elderly and the immunocompromised are definitely at risk. Yes. But by the same token, please know that you have so much that you can do to stay as healthy as possible. And the world isn't ending. And you need to be as educated as you can about your own body and your own health. And know that even though doctors will say there's been no studies, I don't know about probiotics, whatever, that's okay. You still can have your own discernment to do your own research on this. And just know this is still very new. And is it going to be as bad as the worst case scenario? Of course not. Is it going to go away magically? Well, if you believe Sylvia Browne's book, maybe. Will the weather will the nice weather chase it away? We don't know. We just don't know. So keeping a positive attitude and being as informed and prepared as possible is a great way to be, no matter what happens in your life, right? So if you have any questions, send them to me. Put them in the comments below. I'll address it in the next video. But know that there's so much we can do to give ourselves a great shot at feeling great and being healthy, no matter what viruses or bacteria are around, okay? Last thing I want to talk about is taking an immunostimulant versus taking an immunomodulator. Because this virus and the pneumonia that it causes can lead to what is called a cytokine storm, which is where your immune system gets overactive and it starts attacking you. Because of that, it appears to be, I'm trying to watch my words here, more prudent to supplement with an immunomodulator, not an immunostimulant. That is why I have not been telling people to take echinacea, and why I tell people to check into mushrooms for immunity health and elderberry and the silver. more than I would echinacea. I'm not going to suggest that people take echinacea right now. And I'm going to have a whole video on the differences and the immunostimulants versus the immunomodulators. The company, I didn't bring out any mushroom supplements, but the company that I like the most is Host Defense because of Paul Stamets. And I said I wasn't going to make any, any suggestions on that, but it's truly, he's the world's expert on mushrooms and human health. So for what that's worth. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you do hit the subscribe button, hit like, and please put your questions in the comments below, and I will address those as we go. Oh my gosh, there's one more. I am so sorry. There is one more. Babies and immunity. I apologize. I have this written down and I forgot to mention it. So what can babies do to have a healthy immune system? And this was not a question where they said what age baby, but obviously breastfeeding is great if the mother is healthy. Getting in the dirt, letting the baby play in the dirt, let the baby touch plants and touch animals, and be a child of nature and be part of nature. That really helps a baby's immune system so much. I wouldn't suggest a lot of supplementation for babies, to tell you the truth. Just good, healthy food, organic food, and being in nature and spending time in nature safely would be my number one for that. I wouldn't start giving babies a bunch of supplements. Let them get that naturally in their food. So, all right. Thank you so much for watching. And look, right now I'm just here for you. And if you have any specific questions, please send them to me, and we'll talk about it. Okay. I love you, and take care. Bye.